Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to bring you a flip through the pages of our story of the world history. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. In here I like to talk anything that has to do with homeschool. I'll sprinkle a little bit of motherhood and lifestyle. If you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do it. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any time I upload a video as well. If you haven't checked my Instagram page, I suggest you to do it so you can get some ideas and look at what we do here in our homeschool. Today I want to bring you a flip through the pages of our story of the world history. This is for Middle Ages. I would like to give you that flip through the pages. If you're on the look for history programs, I think it's a good idea that you watch this flip through the pages. Don't forget to give me thumbs up if you like this video as well. Comment down below and tell me what type of program you're using for history. Without further ado, I will be switching this camera and I will be showing you our history program. Okay guys, here I have the story of the world. This is History for the Classic Child, the revised edition. This is volume 2, the Middle Ages, from the fall of Rome to the rise of the Renaissance, by Susanne Weiss Bauer. If you would like to see a flip through the pages of ancient world, I have one. I will leave that video in the description box and I will link it up here as well if you guys are interested to look at that video as well, and it gives you an idea of how it looks. Here I have the book, the storybook. I have as well the test and answers key, and I have as well the activity book. The program as well has audio, an audio book if you have a CD that you would like to purchase, or MP3. And I didn't purchase that. I just purchased these 3 books and it's been working well for us. If you have a child that has a little bit of troubles when it comes to reading or is not reading yet, and you are a busy mom, you are not able to read all the time, in here with the book you can as well purchase the MP3 download or the CD for the audio version of the history. Okay, so here I have Middle Ages, and let me just start by showing you the inside. As I said, this is by Susanne Weiss Bauer. Here I have the table of contents. You can just pause and screenshot. It's divided by chapters, and if you notice, it has sub-themes. So an example of that will be chapter 1, the glory that was Rome. Wandering through the Roman Empire will be the first sub-theme, and the next one will be the fall of Rome. Let me just show you this part here. Again, you can pause and screenshot if you would like to see everything that is included with this book. There you go. It has 42 chapters, appendix with the chronology of the Middle Ages, appendix 2, a geography of the Middle Ages, which has a list of maps in volume 2, and appendix 3, pronouncing the names of the Middle Ages, a pronunciation guide for reading aloud, and an index, and you will find that at the end of the book. That's what you will find at the end. Here you have the foreword and the first chapter. This is how thick is this book. It goes by story. It's written almost as a story type of book. It's a narration form, and it's been very helpful for my kid. My son has learning differences, and this type of curriculum is been working for him. He enjoys the fact that it goes through a story. It goes by chapters and the sub themes, and I can divide that, which is how I think this program is very helpful, because if you are doing an example chapter 1, I just divide that chapter. I don't do that entire chapter the first day. Let's say we do history on Mondays. I don't do the entire chapter on Monday. I just start with wandering through the Roman Empire. That'll be one day, and then the next day will be the fall of Rome. That will be the next day. And this is how it looks. It has some images, not a lot of images. They are black and white. And these type of images that you see in here are the images that you're going to be looking in the activity book, and I will show you the activity book in a second. I want to show you on the back of this book what you will see. And in here you see the chronology of the Middle Ages that I just make reference at the beginning of the video. You can see here the description and the date. After that, you will find a geography of the Middle Ages, a list of maps in volume 2. As well, you will see the pronouncing guide, the names of the Middle Ages, pronouncing guide for reading aloud. And this is very helpful because some of the names, if you notice in here, are not that easy to pronounce. And having this guide in the book is very helpful. You will encounter the same guide in the activity book, which I think is awesome because it used to have the pronouncing guide in just one of the books, and after they heard some of the parents wanting to have the pronouncing guide in both of the books, that's what they did. So they listened to the parents as well. That was very good in about the company. And now the pronouncing guide is as well on the activity book to facilitate that for you. So you can see that here. And the index. Some of the chapters are longer than others. Some of the chapters has a couple of sub-themes. An example here with chapter 3, you can see Augustine comes to England, medieval monasteries, writing books by hand. What I do is, again, I just divide the sub-themes by day. So one day we do Augustine comes to England. Next day we do medieval monasteries. And the third day we do writing books by hand. What I do as well is that I divide then the activities. You have maps to do with the activity books, you have coloring pages to do with the activity books, and you have projects. An example, I just do for the first sub-theme, I just let him do the map. Second, I just let him coloring. And the third is when we do the project, which is usually Fridays to Saturday. That's when I like to do the projects, because if it's something messy or something that requires a lot of time, I don't like to be in a rush. I like to take my time with him. And I like to do those projects from Friday to Saturday, and that's how it works for us. Now I would like to show you the test and answer key. And yes, I use this book. I think it's very important. I like to see if he's grasping the material. As well, it helps me to see if the program is working for him. So what I do is I just give this test. The answer key is right on the back of the book. And let me just show you that. So you can see the answer key here. You can detach this paper. It's already perforated for you, very important to make your life easy. And it has the 3 holes if you want to attach the paper to a binder. I think it's very important that as well, that they took care of that for you. And here you can see the photocopying and distribution policy, and as well you can see some information in here about the answer key. It has blanks for them to fill out, multiple choice, true or false, and one question at the end. Nothing very difficult, pretty easy. Sometimes he has a little bit of trouble when it comes to the blanks. No biggie for me. I am not using this book as a way to discourage him. I am using it to help myself and in knowing if he's grasping the material, if he needs a little bit more help, not really to have him knowing it or traumatizing him by telling him, look, you still don't know these things, or no, I just go if I see that he left an example in here, some blanks here that he didn't answer, that just let me know that he probably needs a little bit of a review, and that's what I do. I give him a review, and that's about it. That's how I use this book. It's been very helpful to us. We enjoy this. He likes to do them. It's very easy. It doesn't take a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes the most, and it's been working for him. I use this book on Fridays, so we do history from Thursday to Friday. So that's how I divide this book. So this test he will get on Fridays only. Okay. Next we have in here is the activity book. At the beginning you will see the table of contents. You will see that it's divided by chapters right there, and I'm not going to take long on this because it's the same that you saw on the storybook. Photocopying and distribution policy. You can use this in with your family. You can photocopy for your family, and that will be just fine. How to use the activity book. It gives you instructions in here using this activity book at home. Multi-level teaching, an important note for parents. Here you have using this book in the classroom, give you some instructions in there, and in here you can see the pronunciation guide for reading out loud, and that is something that I love as well, because I don't have to go back to the book just to get that pronunciation guide. I have it already in here, and it just facilitates life for me since I'm always on the go and busy. I think it's very easy that way. In here you can see chapter 1. This is an example. It has encyclopedia cross-reference. You can look for more information on the encyclopedia. It has Osborne book, Osborne internet linked encyclopedia, Kingfisher illustrated history of the world, and Kingfisher history encyclopedia. Those are the encyclopedias that you will be using with this book. It gives you the pages where you're going to encounter the information that is relevant to this chapter. As well, you can see wandering through the Roman Empire. It gives you some review questions, narration exercise, what you expect. Give you an idea of what you can expect from your child when it comes to narration. The fall of Rome, again, review questions. That's another sub-theme. On the next page, you have the narration exercise for that sub-theme. Additional history reading. These are additional readers that you can find. They give you this suggestion, and you can just look for them. You can look at your library, or you can just search online and purchase those books. Corresponding literature suggestions as well, the same thing. You can look on your library, and you can just look online if you would like to purchase those books. Sometimes I do look at the corresponding literature suggestions if I think that he's very interested in some type of theme in particular. I just extend things by just looking to those books, and I love the fact that I have those suggestions there for you. You don't have to be looking for books. It's already in here for you to have it. Here I have something marked there. Here we have map work, and it gives you the Roman Empire. It gives you some questions in here and what they have to do with the map. I have an example here that I would like to show you guys. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay, you guys, so here's an example of the maps. Example in here says color the Mediterranean Sea blue, so they will look in here and they color the Mediterranean Sea blue, and it gives you some instructions and some questions for them to answer in regards of the map and how things happen with the story. And I think it's very helpful for them to grasp all the information and put it to practice when it comes to the map. Here we have a coloring page, and it looks something like this. This is one of the coloring page for one of the chapter. This is chapter 3. And it usually has a coloring page or a coloring page and something to do with activities. An example of that is these paper dolls that you see here. they will color, cut, and then use some popsicle sticks, or they can use different materials to create the paper dolls. Here it has some projects to do: flying around the Roman Empire, make a Roman legion signum or standard. It just gives some ideas of projects that they can do: craft projects, cooking project, art project. And now we are on chapter 2, and it repeats everything again, and it continues like that for the rest of the book. I will show you now how the answer key for the maps look, and it's just right here. You have the answer key for the maps. If you have some doubt on what they have to do, if your kid has some doubt on what they need to do with the map, this is a good way for them to know. You can either leave it here in the book, or you can detach it. The pages for the map don't come perforated, but the ones for the activities and the maps here come perforated. So this is the part that will be for the teacher. That's why they're not perforated. And these ones in here are the ones for the activities that they need to do, whether it is map, projects, coloring pages, as you can see here. All the pages are perforated for your convenience. The only ones that are not perforated are the ones for the teacher. What I do is that sometimes, not all the time, if you notice in here I still have pages. I just go through the chapters and then I start detaching once I go through the chapters, or I can just put those activities on protector sheets and I have them in here in a binder. Sometimes what I do is that I just take the book to Staples, Office Max, or any type of store that they can separate the book and just spiral bound the teacher side of the book and then have this side on a binder for him to have it ready for when he needs to do the activities. Okay, let me just show you the last of the book, and if you notice it has just some pictures in here. Here as well you will find the treasure cards. These are cards with information of what they have read already by going through the chapters. It has games, as I expressed before. Here you see questions, answer win cards, rough water cards, and more activities. So that's how it goes with the activity books. For the cards that has information, that is review cards for the chapters, I have them in here. What I did is that I cut these. I laminate the paper first. I cut them and then I put them on a ring and I use them for review when we go through the chapters. And let me just show you that. It looks like this. In here I have the ones for Ancient World for the first volume, and I just use this ring. I just made these little holes in here and I have them ready for him, and when we have to do a review of the chapter, this is what I use. And here I have the ones for volume 2. I just laminate and cut them, and I have them in here for when we need to review that chapter or something. Okay, I hope this video is helpful. If it is, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you then. Bye bye.